So Hawkmoon is finally available with random rolls, and it has some super strong perk combinations that can roll on it. We've got Rangefinder, Eye of the Storm, Opening Shot, and Killing Wind, amongst a few others. Yeah, you can get Surplus or Snapshot, Quick Draw, or Moving Target, but the ones I listed first are what I believe to be the most powerful. Now, I've tried out a lot of different rolls, and a lot of them are fantastic, but if you're like me, then you have noticed the one glaring issue that holds this hand cannon back: the in-air accuracy. What's going on, guys? Gray here, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my preferred role on Hawkmoon and why I think it makes the hand cannon feel its absolute best by covering its weaknesses as much as possible. But real quick, before we get into it, if you guys enjoy the video, please leave a like below, as it greatly helps people discover the channel, and consider subscribing if you want more Destiny 2 tips and tricks in your sub box. Thank you for your support if you choose to do so, and with that out of the way, let's rock out with our Hawks out. Hawkmoon is an incredible weapon, but if you're like me, you like to take advantage of being in air as much as possible to take your enemies by surprise. You're either running Stompies on your Hunter or playing Top Tree Dawn on Warlock. The biggest issue I've ran into with Hawkmoon is its in-air accuracy. Now, obviously, this is an exotic hand cannon, which brings with it one major caveat: you can't run Icarus Grip with it. For those who may not know, Icarus Grip is a weapon mod that greatly boosts your in-air accuracy and is essentially an absolute staple when running any legendary hand cannon. Exotics don't have that mod slot, so we're out of luck in that department. But what else can we do to help us in those mid-air gunfights? While I mentioned Stompy Hunters earlier, one of my favorite subclasses to play, as I'm sure you know if you're subbed to me, is Top Tree Dawnblade. This class intrinsically has very strong in-air gunplay baked into the subclass, thanks to perks like Winged Sun, which allow us to perform most of our actions mid-flight with no penalty at all. And we can push this further by consuming our grenade to proc Heat Rises. This allows us to stay airborne for a period of time, and it greatly improves our in-air accuracy while the buff is active. Any kill we get while in air will extend the duration of the buff and give us a ton of melee energy back as well. So playing Top Tree Dawn is a great way to passively improve the in-air gunplay of Hawkmoon. But what if you don't play Warlock? What if you prefer Titan or Hunter? What is the best role on Hawkmoon to give us as much in-air accuracy as possible? Taking a look at Hawkmoon itself, we have the Paracausal Shot perk, which grants us stacks of paracausal charge with each precision hit, with the final round in the magazine dealing massive bonus damage based on the number of stacks. At 6 stacks of the buff, we can one-tap enemy guardians with a headshot. We know this, and it's awesome. However, when the new Harbinger mission released and we got access to random rolls, we also got access to the Exotic Catalyst for Hawkmoon. This catalyst makes it so each stack of paracausal charge actually buffs the weapon, granting us increased handling, reload speed, and range with each stack. Now, unfortunately, none of that actually lends itself to increased accuracy directly, but the additional range does push our aim assist cone further out, making it slightly more forgiving with each stack. So basically, with no stacks of paracausal charge, Hawkmoon is in its weakest state. But thanks to one perk that's available on it, we can balance that out. Opening Shot is that perk for me. Now hear me out. Everyone has their own preferences. You can scour Reddit and find a thread discussing each individual perk that can roll on Hawkmoon and how it's the best. Hell, even look at YouTube, and all sorts of creators have videos on their own personal preferred roles. For my playstyle, Opening Shot just fits the bill. It states, increased range and accuracy on the opening shot of an attack. This has a bit of an internal cooldown, roughly 3 seconds in between firing, but when you have no stacks of paracausal charge, this buffs the weapon to begin those engagements. If you're mid-air, it's enough of a buff to feel like Icarus Grip and allow you to confidently land that first shot. You'll gain a stack of paracausal charge, and while it doesn't buff accuracy or stability, it still improves the weapon to get that ball rolling. I also find Opening Shot very helpful when you are going between engagements, especially in the case of Hawkmoon. You land a 3-tap, have 3 stacks of paracausal charge, and move to your next fight. you get to begin that fight again with opening shot helping you out and continue to build those stacks. With the catalyst, we now have 9 rounds of the mag as well, and we only need to land 6 precision hits to get that 1 tap potential on that paracausal shot. Obviously that isn't going to happen super often, and focusing all your energy into setting it up will often end up with you whiffing it, but when it does line up, it is so much fun. Opening shot will also make sure that you land that high-powered paracausal shot, so when you do go to line it up, instead of whiffing your shot, opening shot will be there to help you out to make sure you land it. Now I want to talk real quick about the other randomly rolled perks that can roll on Hawkmoon. In the first column we have our barrel perks, and there's really only 2, maybe 3 options that stand out to me. Extended barrel, full bore, and hammer forged rifling. Between the 3, my most desired perk here is hammer forged rifling because it provides a flat +10 to range with no drawbacks whatsoever. The other 2, full bore and extended barrel, are good, but they have some negatives that come along with them. Full bore will bump you to absolute max range, providing +15 range, but it also hits your stability and handling, gives you -10 and -5 respectively. Hawkmoon is a bit of a stat monster in its base form, so you can probably afford this hit, but I would still prefer not to if possible. Lastly in that column, like I talked about, we have extended barrel. This provides +10 range and +10 recoil direction, but at the cost of -10 handling. Hawkmoon has a damn near perfect recoil direction of 96, so not only will you not be getting the most out of that recoil bonus, but you most likely won't even notice it at all. That hit to handling is hard to ignore when Hammer Forge will provide the same amount of range with no drawbacks at all. Now in the final column we have, strangely enough, a lot of different grip options. There are quite a few here and they mainly serve to increase certain stats on the weapon. The 2 I am most interested in here are Polymer Grip and Smooth Grip. Both of these perks provide bonuses to stats with no drawbacks at all. Polymer Grip is going to give us +10 handling, while Smooth Grip gives us +5 stability and +5 handling. A sort of runner-up would be Textured Grip, and this gives us a huge bump to handling at +15, but also gives us -5 stability. Remember, our Catalyst grants us handling with each precision hit, so personally I would prefer Smooth Grip for that little bit of added stability. Unfortunately, we are limited in the number of rolls we can earn each week, 2 per character, unless you don't pick up the quest from Crow. That will actually allow you to farm the mission endlessly while only earning 1 Hawkmoon at a time. I wish I would have known that before we started. Quick edit real quick guys, I wanted to squeeze this in here. After the second week rolled around, if you complete the quest for the ship with Hawkmoon, you can actually endlessly farm Hawkmoon as far as I'm aware. You'll only get 1 at a time, but you can continue to run the mission and farm Hawkmoon. I tested it on my Titan, I ran it twice, and I was able to earn a Hawkmoon each time. Just wanted to give a quick shout. I wrote this script before I knew about this, so I wanted to put that in there for you guys. But still, it's a relatively small perk pool, and you should land yourself a solid roll with any luck. Of course, sound off in the comments with the perks and rolls that you guys are going after. This weapon has been a fun little theory crafting gun to chase, and I'm excited to land that perfect roll. Maybe Bungie will move Icarus Grip to leg armor and make this entire video redundant. One can dream, right? Again, if you enjoyed the video, a like below is a great way to support the channel, and a special thank you to those of you who watched this entire video. Thank you once more for stopping by, and I hope to catch you in the Crucible. Peace.